Hey, what's up, YouTube? Frogman Lauger here. I got another episode of the Frogman's Findings coming at you. Quick recap for those of you that have been following along, and to bring anybody who's new to my series up to speed. I've got 155 games in my collection so far. Started at about 15 back in April. So I'm doing really, really well. Can't believe I'm actually that far, 5 months later. Crossed the 150 mark in my last video. Unfortunately, did not pick up anything new for the collection in this one. Did pick up some stuff though. Like I said, I got 155 in there, all varying levels of completeness. I've got, going to the goal of everything complete in box. And then those of you that have been watching or that know me know that I sold most of the games I had about a year and a half ago to pay rent and some other bills. Kind of had my back up against a wall there. Sold all but those 15 I started with in April. And my goal has been, my kind of mid-range goal has been to get them back. Obviously, getting the exact cartridges back is going to be impossible, so I don't really care about that, but getting the games themselves back is kind of my goal. And I think I've got about 146, 145, something like that left of those. So let's get into what I found this week. Thursday, went to a garage sale. I had been to a store here in town. On the corner beside the store was a garage sale sign. Went to that one, didn't find anything. Went to one that was like right around the corner from there, didn't find anything. I think I spotted one more on, didn't find anything. I'm like, okay, well, that's enough time wasted. And I went home. On my way home, I found this huge sign. Literally, it was in the back of a truck, and it was made out of plywood. Big, huge letters, garage sale. Caught my attention, so I pulled over and, thought I'd check it out. Well, they had just a two-car garage with tables set up, and I went in the one side, and I'm kind of looking around. And I overhear this guy say to his kids, that's a Nintendo 64. That was popular when I was in school. And I'm like, ah, crap. He's going to pick it up, and that's going to be that, first thing I'd really found in a couple of months. And it was going to be gone before I had a chance to even look at it. Well, I went around to the other side, hadn't seen anything else, and it was still sitting there. Couldn't believe my luck. Started looking over what was actually with it all, and had remembered from talking to the 8-Bit Leprechaun what my area game store would be offering for credit and stuff on a N64. I'm like, that's a really good deal. And I talked myself into it. So, I picked up a standard N64. Just got the jump pack. With, of course, the cables. That is going to be, and a gray controller. That'll be going to my local game store to kind of offset some of the cost of this pickup. But that wasn't all that was in the bag, actually, is what it came in. There was also an Atomic Purple controller. I have tested everything. It does work. There was the new Tetris. It is actually, if I can get it out here, it is complete, which is kind of cool. Like I said, has been tested, does work. And they did have the Nintendo brand expansion pack. They had a Rumble pack. I guess this is the only thing I didn't test. I had kind of forgotten about it, but I'm sure it's fine. They also had the bag, or a bag with inserts the way it looks for the expansion pack, and the little plastic remover tool. A instruction manual for a Nintendo 64. And this contraption, it is a Nintendo 64 RF modulator, so you can convert it to a RF signal, and they have it actually connected to a NES control RF switch. Yep, model 003 from the original Nintendo, of course. So I thought that was kind of cool. All of that is everything except the gray controller, and the system is available for trade. Like I said, I'm taking the system over to my local game store for some trade-in stuff. I might have something to pick up here in a later video from that trade, depending on what they have. I might just hold on to the credit too, I'm not sure yet. But, yeah, that's really all I found. I went out again this morning, didn't really find anything. Thought I'd also share a few tips, though, of kind of what I do with garage sales. We kind of have a motto in the Iowa Retro Gamer Nation Facebook group, always ask. And I modified it slightly. Typically I look around, see what they have before I ask. If they have, nothing newer, nothing older than like 5 years old, I typically won't ask. If the people that are running it are younger than me, I typically don't ask. And if they look like they've got nothing sitting out that's newer than 1970, I don't ask. Usually it ends up being a no every time anyway. I also keep a notebook. There are some people in town that hold repeated garage sales. There's one lady I saw a sign for hers again this morning. I think this is her 8th week of garage sales spread out across the summer. I think I've hit her sale like 4 or 5 times and hasn't had anything. So I kind of keep track of like places like that hold a lot of sales that never have anything, and I might not go every time. I also will keep a list of potentials. Like I said, the motto's always ask. Which I know I just said I don't always, but for the places I do, if they say, oh yeah, I've got something that's in the basement, and I give them my name and number. If I don't get a call back, I still keep it. I kind of keep a list of those addresses though, and if I see they're holding another sale, I go back. There was a lady who had a sale here a while back. Specifically said she was going to be holding another sale. Said she had some other stuff. Went back, of course, still hadn't found it, but said she kept my name and number and she recognized me practically right away. Said if she comes across it, she definitely will give me a call. So I kind of keep lists, like I said, of addresses and stuff, of potential leads. But that's basically what I got. Like I said, hopefully there's something that'll end up coming out of this, either from the game store or from somebody who's interested in some of this stuff. I know the 8-Bit Leprechaun, was talking to him, he's interested in the controller and maybe something else, so that might be potentially traded. If that falls through, of course, it's still always available. Always willing to make a deal. So if you guys see something you want, drop me a line through Facebook, leave me a note in the comments. Yeah, hopefully then next time I've got more to go actually in the collection. Also, a little note, since I had it, I tested it and it did work. Just an update that Mortal Kombat 4 for N64 and the WWF No Mercy for N64 that I had available for trade has been tested. They both do work. So just an update on that. But that's all I've got. Like I said, still sitting at 155 with nothing new to go in. Do have a few things in the works, hopefully for my next video. Till next time, Frogman Live, we're out.